back into this, and then you can go back into stomp view for everything. I prefer the hybrid, but that's just me. And also I set mine up by set list. So back to the basic operation. Master volume is over here. This runs your output for your XLRs and your 2/4 inch. I usually set mine around 6 or 7. That seems to be what the house likes. If you're using headphones when you're practicing, you can use this. I do that a lot of times. I use my in-ear monitors when I practice. You can set them up however you want. You want to get out of it, you just back out. So I run stereo. I run on most of my patches, I run the overdrives through one side, and then I run all my other effects through the other side. So as you can see right here, on one side I've got compressor, reverb, echo, stereo doubler. Then on the other side, white boost, the green overdrive or TS9, fuzz pedal, an octave pedal, then it goes into the mixer, and then it goes into my 2 amps, out to a custom IR. We'll talk about those later in a later video too. And then it goes into my volume pedal. So like I said, this is just, we're going to cover the basic operation in this video. So this is just turn them on, scroll through your rigs this way. You can turn on and off pedals like this. You can set them up in different modes. If you want to go to your different modes, you go to this. These are all covered in your basic HeadRush videos that Mike made. So you've got a stomp view, rig view, hybrid view, set list view. You can label this whatever. Most of them I just label, leave the same label that automatically comes up, but my Tube Screamer, I either label it Tube Screamer or TS9. Stribble scripts, whatever you want to call them. Like this Boss DD7 digital delay. You just push it like this, the light comes on, it's on. Same thing. When that's dim, it's off. When the light's on, it's on. It's pretty simple, which is one of the things I like about this. And you can also relabel these, because this comes up normally as a green overdrive. You can actually label. I will pull pedals in and out, and I'll show you how to do that. So that way my volume and everything pretty much stays the same, and my overdrives, I don't have to keep adjusting those all the time, because I notice every single time, you know, your overdrive levels change, or your you know, your EQ on it will change, and it was kind of a pain. So after I built about the first 3, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to build the default one, and then I'm going to go off of all of these. So just basic operation. If you want to go through with, when you start yours up and you get a new one, you're going to come over here. It should be set to all rigs, and then you just scroll through your rigs using this button, rigs up and down, and then you can see over here where things are placed on here, they're placed in here. So this one I have set up, and we'll walk you through this in a later on in the video or in another video. I've got it set up for the introduction and verse 1, then I go to the chorus. The instrumental is this, and then at the end, the all-in or the bridge is that, and this is the song Zeal. So we'll walk through some of that. So you can set them up like this. These ones I set up, but I didn't label it. So you can set it up however you want. You can label it, or you can just leave it like this, and then as you go through the song, you just keep going. This would be like your intro, your verse, your chorus, and then your bridge, or whatever happens to be in the song. You can set it up. You can also have it in stomp box mode, like this song is. I have only the pedals that I want showing on here. So I can shut on and off my compressor. I can shut on and off my distortion, my TS9, and my boost. And also the spring reverb and the delay. So if I want to cut one of those off, I just step on them, cut them off and on. Works just like a regular stomp box. When I got this thing, one of the things I noticed was every patch had a different volume, and obviously every amp you put on there you know, has a different volume, so you have to adjust the volumes for everything. So what I did was I set up this one rig and I run all of mine off of this basic rig. I make changes, I copy it, and then there's the power switch back here. Everything lights up. It's going to start up. It's going to start running through a self-test. Okay, now it's loading all your rigs up. Okay, showed you guys, those of you who have seen the promo video for this, we're going to be talking a little bit about the HeadRush pedal board and just some of the basic operation of it. I'm practicing with more or less the same sound that I'm going to have when I'm playing live. Auxiliary, if you run your iPod, iPhone, whatever kind of smartphone or whatever you have, or music player, into it, you can set this. If you run it into your speakers or into an amp, it'll play through that too. And of course it's in stereo. And this is your toggle wheel, and it's also a switch. So as you can see, as I'm turning this right now, it's highlighted where the patches are, so you can scroll through these patches. If you want to select it, you can just push it and then enter it. Over here, we'll go through this one right here. Over here, so you've got your volume. You can adjust anything on here. So if you want to go, say you go to this graphic EQ, now the graphic EQ things are over here. So if there's more than 3, you're just going to go through these and you change them. You don't have to push on it or anything. You just change it right here. Go down to the next one. Say you want your highs. You want your highs a little higher. If you're playing a dark guitar or something, you would adjust your highs. You can adjust your gain. All these parameters, all through these 3 switches right here. I mean, these 3 little knobs. Compressor, same thing. You've got your threshold, your release, your ratio, all that kind of stuff is in there. Reverb, same kind of thing. Your tone is 100, on this one is 100%, so it's going to be super bright. You've got your decay, your pre-delays, and also your mix. Chorus, you can see you've got all these different settings over here, and once again, whichever one is in line with that. Your sync, here's another important one. So we'll talk about that. Your sync on or off. That is going to sync it with your tap tempo. If you have it off, it's going to be whatever you set it at. If you want it to sync with the tempo of the song, you go to sync on, and then when you get back out, you save it, and then it'll save that sync. You can also set your tempo. All right, welcome back to the channel.